This class is going to focus on the heart chakra. I know we had in January so much heart chakra. The whole month was focusing around the heart chakra. And this month is going to concentrate more on integrating the heart chakra with some of the other lower chakras so that we feel the energy coming from the earth, and then we integrate it, all the chakras, the first chakra, second chakra, and then the third chakra in the fourth chakra. So the heart chakra is the fourth chakra. So today is kind of a mishmash of a few different type of yogic styles and Qigong. So we're just gonna have fun with this. The only thing you'll need for this class is a strap. So pause the video if you need to find something. A sock will work too. No, a sock won't work. You need something quite long. So at least a bathrobe or something, because we'll be taking the arms over the shoulders and back again. So we'll just come up to a nice standing position. And since in Chinese medicine, the palms of the hands, this is where the connection with the meridians to the heart are in the palms of the hands, the pericardium and the heart. So just begin by massaging your hands together, creating a bit of heat. And feeling the energy between the hands, enlivening and waking up that energy. And even going in between the fingers. And now let's take the hands up over the head. And what we'll be doing is closing and opening the hands. So again, bringing circulation into the palms of the hands and the fingers. Doing this motion with a lot of energy, moving the fingertips out like sparks of energy, sparks of electricity. And depending upon your shoulder mobility, you can take it either like I have it, or you can have it all the way up over the head. It makes no difference. Just taking it where you're not shrugging up your shoulders, so relaxing the shoulders. Let's do a few more. And then let's release, and then taking the hands to the heart center, and we're just gonna bicycle the hands. Just moving them in both circular motion, showing you from the side. Circular motion, it doesn't matter which way you're doing it. You could do it reverse or forward. We're just creating that energy within the palms here. You might want to take off any rings before you do this. I should have taken off my rings because they might start flying around the room. But just doing this at a nice tempo and making sure that you're not doing anything weird with your shoulders, or you'll see that I have a nice bend in my knees when I'm doing this. And of course, you could also do this seated. Okay, and let's do a few more rounds. And then come to stillness and just close your eyes in this standing position and feel whatever you feel between the two hands. Now you might want to bring them together and then take them out again to feel a bit of magnetism. Or maybe it feels a bit tingly. So pins and needles, heat. And then in Qigong, what we do is we just kind of play with the energy a bit. Just bringing it around a bit bigger. Imagining that you have like this fireball between the two hands. And just concentrating on this, closing your eyes and concentrating on that heat between the palms of the hands. And while we're here, not forgetting to breathe. So breathing through the soles of the feet, all the way up to the crown of the head. Expanding the lungs and the rib cage. And now let's take the hands to a round position. So imagine that you're embracing a tree in front of you. I'm just standing here in silence, paying attention to the breath. Awareness goes to the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. And now opening your eyes and raising your arms and hands up to parallel to the floor. And we'll just be coming into shoulder swings. So we're just rotating the torso and the shoulders side to side. Breathing naturally. You can exhale as the arms cross. So you twist. Now we're just bringing some vitality to the shoulders and warming up the shoulders before we do the stretches with the strap. So let's just do a few more. The shoulders should be starting to feel a bit warm. And then slowing down the movement. And let's come to stillness. Close your eyes and once more breathing into the lungs. Breathing into the low back and breathing into the heart center. And begin imagining this warm energy coming into the heart center. And the warm energy can be in the form of a color, so a warm color, a glow. Can also be in a memory of something joyful, something that brings joy. And visualizing almost the heart opening, as if your heart had doors that are opening up to the universe. And just allowing love to come in and out so that we become just the vessel for love. Just directing the thoughts around love, joy, warmth, community. These are all ideas of the heart chakra. And now opening your eyes and reaching for whatever strap you might have. We're not going to now do these shoulder stretches. So taking the strap, the closer that you have your hands together, the more challenging it's going to be. So you might want to start out a bit wider, and we're just going to bring the strap up and back. And depending upon the mobility of your shoulder, which is a really complex joint here, not going to any kind of movement that brings pain. That's not the goal here. We're just moving it back and forth and flossing the shoulders, bringing a bit of vitality and lubrication to the shoulders, moving it in a way that, we don't really necessarily move every day. And so just going to where your limit is, so even maybe before your limit. I'm just showing you to the back. It might not look anything near what I'm doing. It might look more like this. It doesn't matter. I just want you to feel into your body where is your range of motion. Inhaling as the arms sweep up and exhaling down. And adjusting your hands on the strap so that you do feel a bit of resistance, but not pain. Feeling that heart opener as it comes back. then let's do 2 more. And then bringing the arms up and then releasing down. Oh, that should feel really nice. So now let's take and clasp the hands. If you can't clasp the hands behind your back, then take your strap once more. And I'd like you to see, if you already have your hands clasped, if you could bring the palms of your hands together. This isn't for everybody, so this is just if you can already clasp your hands, then see if you can bring the palms of the hands together. And extending the knuckles down to the floor, slight bend in your knees, so we're keeping the natural curve of the spine, but we're bringing the shoulder blades almost together and opening up the collarbones. The chin is going slightly down to the chest. And let's breathe here. If you notice that it's cutting off any kind of circulation, you can release the hands a bit or grab the strap. I'm just allowing the knuckles and the back of the hand to sink down to the earth, but paying attention to that nice natural curve in the back, that you're not manipulating the pelvis in some way. It's a nice lumbar curve. And let's take one more breath. And then release the hands. And then let's take some shoulder rolls. Oh, that feels really good. Just rolling the shoulders back. And now let's roll the shoulders forward. And then let's take some of these inhales from Kundalini, sniffs through the nose as the shoulders come up and then releasing down. And going at your own tempo. And just a few more. And then release once more. Close the eyes. You can take the head in a few circles if that feels good. One more breath and exhale through the mouth. And now let's take the feet a bit wider than the hip distance, so almost to like a triangle pose here, so about a leg's difference in between the feet. And we're going to take the hands together and do this motion that's called igniting the flame. So here we're just rubbing the palms of the hands together. There's a bit of pressure on the palms as I do this, so you should feel quite soon a bit of friction, this heat building between the palms of the hands. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch the weight. So the weight is going to go off to one side and then off to the other side as you look over the opposite shoulder. So the hands come to one side. As the head looks over the other side, my weight comes off into the into one. It's hard to describe. So I'm kind of switching the weight from one leg to the other. And the hands can either remain in the middle so that we are pumping up the heart chakra, or they could come off to the opposite side as where the weight's going. So now we're pumping the energy from the soles of the feet all the way through the palms of the hands up to the heart chakra. And just take a bit of awareness to where your knees are going. So you might want to take your feet out a bit more. So the toes are pointing more towards on an angle so that when we're switching off to one side, that your knees aren't going rogue in some weird way. And taking the palms back to the heart center as you rub them. And then let's come back to the center, the palms of the hands, pressing against each other, closing your eyes, feeling that heat, keeping the feet at an angle, so toes pointing at an angle, knees are slightly bent. And let's come into something else called warrior breath. So knees slightly bent, so into this horse stance. So now we're building up a bit of the energy in the thighs. We're going to inhale twice through the nose. So we're splitting the inhale into two parts as the hands come up, and then exhale through the mouth. It's called warrior breath. And imagine with every inhale, you're just filling with that sun energy into the heart, and then releasing whatever you don't need with the exhale through the mouth. Two-part inhale and two-part exhale. Let's do one more. And then bringing the legs back, closing the eyes and just feeling the difference in energy in the body. So an enlivening breath. Just tuning into the resonance. And then once more, separating the feet a bit further apart. And we're going to come into heart to sky. So inhale, and then exhale the palms together. Inhale, and exhale. There's a slight expansion of the chest on inhale and a slight rounding of the back on exhale. Breathing to the full capacity of your lungs, not forgetting any parts of the lower lungs, the mid lungs, and the upper lungs. Let's close your eyes and come into this movement that's inspired by breath. And let's play with the tempo a bit, now taking a slower inhale and exhale. And see if you can extend the exhale a bit longer than the inhale. And notice the slight pause at the top of the inhale and at the end of the exhale. There's no rush to move. The movement goes with the inspiration and exhalation. And let's do 5 more rounds. Last one. And once again, bringing the palms of the hands together, pushing them together, feeling that tension. And then let's release the feet and the legs and bringing them to hip distance apart. And coming to what's called cloudy hands. So it's basically one hand comes down, one is over the heart. So you can just mirror me. It doesn't matter if we start with right or left because we'll be changing. So the one hand drags behind. And then as you come to the full rotation, then we switch which hand comes to the heart. And the other one is like gliding behind. And you can imagine it gliding in water and making ripples with the fingertips. And you can choose your breath pattern here. Just breathing comfortably in your own tempo. Nice full breaths. And imagining that this palm that comes to the heart center is calming the heart energy. Or if you'd like, bringing vitality or joyful energy to the heart, whatever kind of energy you'd like to create. Create your intention of what you'd like that to be. And then close your eyes. See if you can slow down the tempo of the movement. The awareness comes to the palms of the hands, the soles of the feet, and the breath. And just taking a few more rotations of cloudy hands. And slowly allowing this movement to dissolve. Coming back to neutral. Keeping the feet at hip distance. And now we're just going to allow the backs of the hands to float up into calming the storm. Imagining the energy is moving the hands up and then down, like steam off of a warm lake in the winter. And kind of inhale as the back of the hands rise and exhale as they fall. Just dropping into your own rhythm. Your own way to express this movement. There's no right way. And perhaps slowing the movement down. Once again, the awareness at the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands in the heart center. And then with your next exhale, let's bring the palms of the hands to the heart center. So placing the left hand onto the heart and the right hand over the left hand. Bringing the feet together to a standing meditation. Taking the chin to the chest. Eyes are closed. Knees slightly bent. Just taking a few breaths here of quiet. And taking your mind back to whatever intention you have for the heart center. Keeping in mind the energy of the heart is to combine all the energies. It's the elixir that combines the lower chakras and the upper chakras together. And so we're talking about the qualities of companionship, of joy, of love, community, and of course, always keeping this open communication of the heart to the universe and also to the earth. Allowing ourselves to accept love and give love. With the reminder that we can just be love. Our actions can always be influenced by the energy of love. And feel free to stay here as long as you like. If you need to get on with the day, then just taking the hands once more together, the palms of the hands, and bowing the head down. Giving thanks for this time spent on nurturing the heart center and nurturing all the love in our lives. Thanks for joining me.